ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਜੁਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦ ਸਚ ਜੁਗਾਦ ਸਚ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਸਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਪੀ ਸਚ ਏਕ ਅਦਤੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵਾ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਗੁਰ ਅੰਗਦ ਪੇਵਾ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਗੁਰ ਅਮਰ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਕਰਤਾ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਗੁਰਬਾਰੇ ਪੁਰਖ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਰਜਨ ਸੁਖਦਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਹਰਿ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਗੁਣ ਖਾਨੀ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਰਾਏ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਆਏ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਰਾਏ ਸਹਿਬ ਗੁਰ ਦਸਵੇਂ ਸਹਾਇ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਗੁਰ ਗਿਆਨਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਬੰਦਨ ਭਗਵਾਨਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਕਲ ਜੁਗ ਪਇਓ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਰੂਪ ਮਹਾਨ 10 ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਇਹੋ ਰੂਪ ਹੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਜੀ ਜਾਨ ਪੂਰਨ ਦੇਖਿਓ ਆਤਮਾ ਦੁਇਤ ਸਰਬ ਨਿਵਾਰ ਪੈ ਸੰਤ ਮਨ ਸੰਤ ਤਨ ਪਦ ਨਮੋ ਹਮਾਰ ਮੂਹ ਕੋ ਛੜੈ ਸ਼ਾਸਤਰ ਖਟ ਪੈਂਗਰਨ ਛੜ ਜਾਏ ਅੰਧ ਰਖੈ ਬਦਰੋ ਸਨੈ ਜੋ ਕਾਲ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਾਏ ਕਹਾ ਬੁਧ ਪ੍ਰਭ ਤੁਛ ਹਮਾਰੀ ਪਰਨ ਸਕੈ ਮਹਿਮਾ ਜੋ ਤਿਹਾਰੀ हम ना सकत कर से तुम्हारी आप ले हो तुम कथा सदारी सो कहो टल गुर सेविय अहनिस सहज सभाए दर्शन परसिय गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए दर्शन परसिय गुरु के जन्म मरण दुख जाए वाहिगुरु
सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु साहिब जी साचा साहिब साच नाय आख्या पाओ अपार आखे मंगे दे दात करे दातार फेर के अगे रखिए जित दिसे दरबार मोह के बोलन बोलिए जित सुन तरे प्यार अमृत वेला सच नाओ वरियाई विचार गर्मी आवे कपरा नदरी मुख द्वार नानक एवै जानिए सब आपे सचियार
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह Guru Roop, Sangat Ji, Sat Sangat Ji, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We're continuing on with the definitions of the Sri Japji Sahib. And currently we're on the fourth Pauri, which starts off with Sacha Sahib Sachanai. We have done the definitions and completed the definitions from the Sampardaic Tika by Sant Gali Gurbachan Ji. However, we're going to delve into some of the definitions by Sant Kirpal Singh Ji, Sato Gali Wale. There is a difference within the definitions that you find within the two tikas. Although both branches have been taught through the Sampardaic Gyanis, which the lineage goes back to Bhai Mani Singh Ji and Babadeep Singh Ji, there is an element of difference between the arths found in the Sampardaic tikas of the Sato Gali Wale. And this is due to an element of Sanatan Mat that had featured within their Samparda. This is due to, obviously, them having a large number of Vidyarthis coming from all over the countries to learn from them. And obviously you had a number of the Sanatan individuals come there and put a small amount of influence of their definitions upon Gurbani as well. Doesn't mean that those definitions are false in any way or there are any problems with them. It just adds an extra dynamic to the Gurbani definitions. So here, like I said, we've continued on with the definitions where the Siddhs have been asking Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji a number of questions in order to see if they could, one, find fault in the topics and the metaphysics and the philosophy of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's preachings, and at the same time in order to somehow convert this individual and bring them under their own faith. And here the Siddhs ask, they say, Paramatma God, who is known as being infinite, you state that his eulogy, his commentary is endless as well. However, he gives this knowledge to everybody, and this knowledge is given out to everybody, and whatever knowledge they have is through this wisdom that they commentate upon him. But what type of master is he? What type of master is God? What is it? What type of rule does he have? What type of things does he do? And what is his name with regards to this? And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji reply,
Sacha Sahib Sachanai.
They say simple as this: he is the master of all. He is the complete master. He is the true master. Sahib. Sahib means master. Sachanai, his justice, his rule is divine as well. It is true, and his name is divine. As we said before, Satanam, his name is the truth, and it is beyond birth and death. It is beyond the 3 time zones. So that's what it is. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji states that this is the if you are to summarize God is this. God is the true master. His rule and reign is true. He is divine and just, and his name is true. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji then sat with the Siddhs, and they say also the Guru is the form of Vaheguru. The Guru, his rule is true. The Guru Padavi, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, who has sat as the Guru today and will be eternally, the rule of the Guru is true. It cannot be corrupted in any way. The rule of the 10 masters, the 10 Gurus who came in a Sargun form, again, their rule was true. They were just. They handed out justice. And their name is Prasid, is known throughout all the lands. And forever the name of Guru Nanak Dev Ji will be known through all the faiths. The Guru is Kartar, there is no difference. So Maharaj states that this is if you're asking about what type of master God is this. And then the Siddhs then asked, they said, okay. They said, the worldly kings, the masters of the world, have different languages. They speak in English, they speak in French, Arabic, Persian, Sanskrit, Chinese, it goes on. But with Vaheguru, with God, he is that master, he is that king. What language does he speak? And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji reply,
Pakhya, Pau, Apar.
Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, look, the language that God speaks is the language of love. He can speak infinite numbers of languages, all the languages he understands, as long as there is love involved in there. If they speak to him in the language of love, then he understands them. But God speaks all the languages at the same time. Whether it is English, French, Arabic, it doesn't matter. God understands them all. He understands the words that people speak, and as long as they speak in a divine manner and try to communicate with the divine, then God understands everything that's being said. And then the Siddhs then had a doubt, and they said, okay, has anybody ever uttered the name of God? Has anybody ever uttered the name of God? And then Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji reply with the same line, same pankti. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji say here that those people who have uttered the name of God, there are millions and millions of people, infinite numbers of people who have uttered the name of God with love and devotion. It doesn't matter what language it is in, but they have done. Bakya, they have spoken. Bao is with love. Apar, they have done it endless times. It's endless numbers of people, infinite numbers of people that have done this. And then the Siddhs asked a third question. Third question was, those people who have uttered the name of God, what did they receive? What was their merit? What was their phala? The phala here means merit. And again, Guru Nanak Dev Ji replies with the same line.
Pakhya, Pau, Apar.
So Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Pakhya, Pau, Apar. Those people who have spoken the name of God with love and devotion, they've received Pau. They've received devotion. They've received firm faith. They've received love. And these are the things that God has given to them as a reward for speaking his name. He has given them the divine knowledge slowly, through repeating God's name, through uttering his name, through gaining that desire to become one with God. They've become one with God. And that's what Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji was asked by the Siddhs. It said, okay, now that you have said that people can speak the language of God, what is it that they ask God for? Because obviously when they are requesting stuff from God, they constantly request stuff, but what is it that they're requesting? And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji replied, Akhe mange de de. Akhe mange de de. There are many people who are asking. They're all sitting there requesting, go, please give us more, give us more. The Hindus of the faith are asking for more. The Muslims of the faith are asking for more. The deities are asking for more. The demons are asking for more. The people of this realm are asking for more. The people of the other realms are asking for more. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, look, all these people are asking for materialistic things. They're asking for strength. They're asking for boons. They're asking for children. They're asking for everything and anything that you can think of within this world. Some people are asking for their life to be prolonged. Some people are asking for death. But God is the one who is being... He is the one who grants all these things, but he is the one that all the requests are being made to. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji continue.
दात करे दातार.
But God is the one, after all these requests are made, that He is the one only that can provide all of these gifts. And God continues to provide all these gifts, and that's why He's known as the true provider. There is no other provider other than God. God provides everything that everybody requires. However, you got to remember, there is a massive skepticism and doubt where people say, I've been doing all this bhakti for years. I've done this for years, I've done that for years, but I've not received what I wanted. You got to remember, a large element of what you receive is according to your own karma. The cause and effect, the cycle of cause and effects is the cycle of karma, and you will gain in accordance to what you have, what you've earned, what you've done. In the same way, you will only gain your wealth or your pay from your work as long as you do your work. If you go there every week and don't do anything, then don't expect to get paid. In the same way here, expect to reap your rewards from the actions that you've undertaken. If they are bad actions, expect the bad results. If they're good actions, expect the good results. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji in this way explains that a person is always requesting things from God. God is the only true provider. And he continues on with explaining that. The Siddhs then ask a number of questions, and the questions then appear within the Gurbani itself. And we're going to go through those questions. The first question that they ask is, what should a person place in front of the king in order to receive what they want? And the line in Gurbani is,
फिर के आगे रखिए जित दिसे दरबार.
they say, what should we place in front of the Paramatma? What should we place in front of God as an offering, so that we will gain the boon that we want? And when God sees that this offering has been placed in front of him, that we are able to see his darbar here means his form, that we are able to see his form. And then the second question asked by the Siddhs was,
मुंह के बोलन बोलिए जित सुनतरे प्यार.
so what should we utter from our mouth? That when God hears it, that he will adopt love and devotion, and he will realize that we have firm faith within him. And Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji then goes on to answer these questions. And the first question they answer, they state,
अमृत वेला सच नाओ.
here Guru Nanak Dev Ji states, look, a person should wake up during the ambrosial hour, Amrita Villa. Wake up during the ambrosial hour, meditate upon the one Vaheguru, meditate upon his name. And this is the offering that a person should place in front of God. This is the offering that God wants. There is no other offering that is going to get his attention in such a way. A person wakes up at the ambrosial hour, starts to meditate upon God. This meditative practice is placed, and then the offerings of the Naam which you are receiving is placed in front of Vaheguru. And this is what a person should do. Amrita Sachana. Sach means the true name. Make sure it's the true name. Don't just sit there reciting anything else. The true name that is given to you is what a person should recite. Now, the reason why we've gone for the definitions of Sant Kirpal Singh Ji's Tika is because Sant Kirpal Singh Ji, within his Tika, actually placed a large portion of the Sri Nanak Prakash explaining what Amrita Vela is, and the times of Amrita Vela, and the merits that a person gains from the Amrita Vela. And it states that when Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji went to Sangalal Deep, which is now known as modern day Sri Lanka, they met Raja Shivnab. Raja Shivnab was a great devotee of Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji, and he asked Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji at the time what the merits were for waking up early. Why should a person wake up early, and what does a person gain from doing so? And obviously Guru Nanak Dev Ji had stated to him that he should wake up at Amrita Vela, and he should meditate upon God. And within the Sri Nanak Prakash, there are a number of things that are mentioned with regards to what a person gains from waking up at Amrita Vela. Now, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji is given different times of the morning for a person to wake up. And the first one they say is, if a person wakes up 3 hours before the break of day and bathes, then a person will receive, it says within a Dika, 3,260 Thole. A Thola is an Indian measurement still used today for metal. A tola is 10 grams. So 10 grams. So here what they say is a person will receive, it's about 10 grams. If you equate it properly, you got to remember a troy ounce. This is confusing. An ounce is normally 28 grams, while an ounce in metal or metallurgy is 31 grams. A metallic ounce is 31 grams. So it actually equates to about sometimes 10 to 11 to 12. It's around that. The dollar, it changes according to different places. But it states that a person will receive, if they wake up 3 hours before Amritullah, $3,260 of gold. That is the amount of merit that a person will receive if they had donated that much gold to a religious institution or to a sadhu. So that is the merit that a person receives. And then Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji goes on to state that if a person is to wake up an hour and a half before Amrit Vela, then a person will receive $3,260 of silver, as if that would be the merit that a person gains if they had donated that much silver. And again, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji continue on, they say, obviously if a person wakes up 24 minutes, one gadi. Gadi is defined as 24 minutes. Some people define it as 22 and a half minutes. But between that time, 24 to 22 minutes, if a person is to wake up and bathe, then they will receive the amount of merit as if they had donated 1 1/4 mounds of milk. That whether that's in tons or pints or whatever, is the measurement given here is man, savaman, is 1.5 mounds of milk. And then Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji continue on, they say, if a person is to wake up in the morning, just before 6 o'clock in the morning, just before daybreak, and to wash, then they will receive the equivalent of 1 mound of water being donated. And again, Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji then continue on, they say, if a person wakes up after 6:15, then they'll receive no additional merit. The only thing that they will receive is that they've got up and they're going to meditate and they've got a clean body. And these are the merits that a person gains from waking up at the various times in Amritullah. It is essential. You know, I'm not practicing what I preach. I'm telling you what is written within Gurbani itself. But it states, within the Gur Itihas itself. But it states these things. It states that if a person is to wake up at these times and bathe prior to their meditation, then this is the merit that they will receive. And and today that's what I wanted to go through, just to make sure we touched upon the merits of Amritullah. Next time we'll carry on with the definitions from this point, where we're going to the different types of Amritullah. I know Sant Gali Gurbachan, since he's already covered some of them, but there are some more here. And like I said, for today's video we'll leave it there. Kamalpreet Singh, if you can read out the Gurbani, and we'll kick off from here next time, please. Thank you.
Sacha Sahib Sachnae Pakhya Pau Apar Akhe Mange De Daat Kare Datar Fir Ke Agge Rakhiye Jit Disse Darbar Muh Ke Bolan Boliye Jit Suntare Pyar Amrit Vela Sachnao Vidyai Vichar Kadmi Ave Kapra Nadri Muk Dwar Nanak Eve Janiye Sab Ape Satyar
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ हे गोबिंद हे गोपाल हे दयाल लाल प्राणनाथ अनाथ सखे दीन दर्द निवार हे समर्थ अगम पूर्ण मोहे मैं तार अंधकूप महाप्यान नानक पार उतार आए प्रभु शरणागति कृपा निध दयाल एक अखर हर मन वस्त नानक होत निहाल एक अखर हर मन वस्त नानक होत निहाल वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।